My name is Sean Ferris. I am the corporate food safety and regulatory compliance specialist at Wakefern Food Corporation. And Wakefern is the backbone really to ShopRite stores, Price Right, Dearborn Market, and several other smaller banners as well. In total, we have about 400 stores up and down the East Coast. I oversee all aspects of food safety and quality on our distribution supply chain. So, from the moment the product arrives in any of our distribution centers throughout receiving, storage, and shipping, with the ultimate endpoint being our member stores. And my responsibility is to make sure that that product is safe and of the highest quality possible when it arrives to our stores. My top priorities are the same every single day to make sure that our buildings and our operations and our procedures are of the highest standard to protect our food and protect our customers, which in most cases are our friends and our families. We measure success based on our auditing program. We're audited each year by GFSI, and that's how we measure the level of our compliance and our food safety standards, is basically how we score on those audits on a yearly basis, and really about the quality of the product in our stores. The biggest key on that really is our sales and our growth over time. And a lot of that is driven through the quality of our perishable items, like our fresh produce and seafood, meats, and our dairy items, which OpSense plays a big role in us being able to monitor how those products are received, shipped, and stored from our distribution centers. OpSense is a critical part of our food safety program. We have three perishables distribution centers in New Jersey, and those handle all of our produce, seafood, meat, dairy deli, appy, bakery, almost the full gamut of perishable commodities. OpSense is our temperature monitoring system. We have sensors throughout all of our distribution centers and all of our different temperature zones. I am able to monitor all of the temperatures in all the distribution centers from my phone, my computer, anywhere. So I always have my finger on what's going on in the different buildings. We have temperature alerts that are very important. So if any temperatures go out of range, I get a text message right on my phone and I can start to address it immediately. So that's the role that OpSense plays for me in our distribution centers. The situation before OpSense was just very manual. Everything was done by hand and on paper. Really, the only people who had real-time monitoring of our temperatures were the engineers and the refrigeration teams. So, in our department, we had to go to them for the temperature printouts on a daily basis. And then our inspectors were tasked with monitoring the temperatures manually with handheld thermometers multiple times a day, had to go into each temperature zone and take a temperature reading and enter it into a spreadsheet on Excel. And then to validate that was even worse. We had to take disposable temperature sensors and we had to manually place them in all the different zones and record them for about 24 hours, and then go to a physical printer and plug the monitor into the printer, print out the tail of the temperature and match that up against the paper and go one by one to make sure that each zone matched what it said on the engineer's temperature printout. So just a lot of steps, very manual, and OpSense has helped us modernize and digitize all of those processes. I just wanted to know what was going on in all of my buildings, no matter where I was. I had some inclinations that we may have some temperature fluctuations in different zones during different times of the year. Summer, I had inclinations that things would be warmer. Winter, I had an idea that they'd be colder. And OpSense really just helped confirm those. And we were able to, follow everything in real time. The reporting capabilities on the OpSense dashboard to be able to really see any type of timeline, any type of report, comparisons, to really key in on these different fluctuations. So those were some of the problems. Like I said, the whole manual and paper process and the time and the resources that took and just how annoying it was. So those are a few of the problems that I was looking to solve when OpSense came around. When I first took over this job and we were being audited and being asked about our temperature validations and presenting this type of information in the manner of how I had to present it. And, some was over here and some was over there and some had been lost. And it just didn't paint a great picture. And it was complicated and not very professional looking to present to a government regulator. We use the temperature monitoring and the checklisting. And yeah, I would absolutely say that they've met my expectations and exceeded my expectations in many facets. Hearing and theorizing of how much easier this could make my life, but then actually experiencing it and really feeling that effect in just my day-to-day life has, yeah, it's definitely met and exceeded expectations. The most valuable result have been the validation of the discoveries that we've made. And to show how important that they have, we are basically reconfiguring and doing a multi-million-dollar construction project in our Elizabeth Produce perishables facility with the goal of enhancing, our product quality. The result is that based on having this data, we're basically reconfiguring our produce facility and fortifying our cold chain internally by building walls to add refrigeration in certain zones. We're replacing all of the doors on our dock with thicker insulated doors. So basically what that means is, because of this data and the discoveries that we made, we realized that we could do better in protecting the cold chain on our end. So we basically just decided to invest millions of dollars in reconstructing our produce warehouse. I would definitely recommend OpSense, and just how simple and easy it has made my life with regards to food safety auditing, temperature validation, reporting to other parties, other departments, validating our cold chain and our product practices with regards to receiving, shipping, and storage, and just how easy the dashboard is, how customizable it is. I'm able to even just get in there myself and customize the sensors, the names of the sensors, the reporting, the checklisting. You can make a checklist so easily for anything, and it's so easy to operate on the computer or on your phone. It's a great product and it's a great company.